Many ERP and accounting systems have introduced the concept of dimensional accounting, which facilitates real-time, detailed information without the need of creating a multitude of general ledger accounts or complex chart of accounts. As employee wages form a considerable expense in a business, we have also introduced dimensions to complement the existing accounting integration functionality. In short, using dimensions will result in a business not having to create multiple locations or sub-locations for each job, project, department, etc., and then have to manage the locations in the chart of accounts. Having the ability to assign dimension values against an employee's earnings and expense claims in the payroll, and having dimension details included in the payroll journal, thereby avoiding any manual transactions. Please note, currently the only journal services that cater for including dimension details in the payroll journals are file exports, detailed file exports, and Microsoft Dynamics Business Central. This video will cover the following topics: what is the difference between a dimension and a dimension value, how to add dimensions and dimension values, how to assign default dimension values to employees, assigning dimension values in the pay run, and reporting dimension values in the payroll journal. We will cover how to split earnings by dimension values in another video. A dimension is used to group or categorize data for the purpose of analysis. A dimension value is a subcategory or a tag attached to the data to conduct meaningful analysis. This can be done because the data at this level is more detailed. There is no limit to the number of dimension values that can be set up underneath a dimension. The basic structure of dimensions and dimension values is as follows. To further illustrate the structure, an example for a national hospitality group could be as follows. A dimension must always be added first before its associated dimension value can be added. Dynamics 365 Business Central users can import their dimensions via an import option. You can also import dimensions in bulk via CSV file. For all other users, add a dimension by clicking on the Add button. If this is the first time you are setting up dimensions, you'll see the following banner where you can click on Add a Dimension Now to start adding a dimension. You can set up more than one dimension. Once a dimension is added, this will open up the ability to add a dimension value for that specific dimension. To add a value, ensure you have first selected the dimension that the value pertains to, and then click on Add. In addition to adding the name of the value, the following configuration options are available. External ID, automatically enable for. By default, the dimension value will automatically be enabled to all employees. Otherwise, you can apply different criteria by selecting specific employees or defining coverage based on an employee's primary location and/or location and/or tags and/or their employee group. A dimension must always be added first before its associated dimension value can be added. Dynamics 365 Business Central users can import their dimensions via an import option. You can also import dimensions in bulk via CSV file. When adding a dimension or value, take note of the following. You cannot set up a dimension with the exact same name as an existing dimension. You cannot set up a value with the exact same name as an existing value for the same dimension. Dimension value external IDs must be unique, and all dimensions and dimension values will be made available to all employees in the pay run. Similar to assigning an employee to a default location, you can assign default dimension values to an employee. This means that any earnings and expenses created within the pay run will automatically assign those dimension values.